everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with Be Creative, and today's video is all about the challenge that I host every month on the 13th called Be Creative. So what I do is I give a couple of colors and then you create something with those two colors. For the month of August of 2025, I have chosen the two colors of burnt red and orange. And we're going to work with beads today, but we're not making jewelry. Well, I guess it's kind of jewelry, but not really. You'll understand what I mean here in a little bit. But so for the burnt red, somebody gave me a broken coral necklace. And I had all these coral chips. And to me, those look like a burnt red. So I want to use this in my project. And I really like chips because they give it the piece a more organic look to it. So for the orange, look at this. These beads are really cool. They're an orange and a burnt red. So I think that those two will tie in really nicely together. Other pieces of beads that I have that I may or may not use. I have these that came from Hobby Lobby. Now, when I look at this, it says that it is dyed red bamboo coral rondelle. So they're not real coral. Supposedly they're bamboo beads. I don't know what bamboo beads feel like, but maybe they are. But that could be a possibility. And then I've got these kind of peachy, orangey hibiscus beads. Those are really pretty. I might be using those. And or I might be using these. These are little charms. So you're probably wondering, well, what is she making? I'm going to make some, see, how do you call it? They're beads for your hair, like a beaded dreadlocks is what I've called them in the past. And since I am using this charm and it is gold, we're going to use gold wire. Usually I like to use silver wire, and I probably could, but I'm not. Well, I don't know. Haven't decided. I'll probably go with the gold. I do need to get some jump rings, and all I can find are silver, so I need to go and look for my gold jump rings. Let me go do that, and then let's start creating. All right, I found some gold jump rings. I could use some split rings. I might use those. All right, I have this charm here, and I have a split ring, and I have a split ring opener. And if you work with split rings, even just a little bit, these things are worth investing in. Look how easy. Boom, boom, boom. And there we go, all done. So I went through these beads and I found one that I thought would look good. I wanted to make sure we could see the orange and then also the burnt red in there. And then I added a little bling with some crystals. And let me get these put up. And I think I'm going to do this in stations. So let me see how I want to do this. All right, I'm going to take my 20 gauge gold tone wire, and I have put 5 chips on there, and I am wrapping a loop. But before I actually wrap it all the way, I'm going to add the charm to it. Now, using a split ring or a jump ring actually puts a little bit more dangle. Doesn't that look nice? But you do have to remember that the more jump rings you add, the longer your piece might be. Once I get this all wrapped, I need to make sure to tuck my ends in. We don't want those ends getting caught on anything and scratching or tearing something up. Now I'm going to wrap a small loop on the other end. Station number 1 done. Actually, this would make a nice earring too. Now for the next station, which will be in the middle, I'm just laying out my beads to see what I like, and I'm adding a few crystals in there. I love to have bling. These hibiscus beads, I am paying attention to where the beads come or the holes come through. I would like to have the small crystal go into that nook right there, not on the other end. I want it to fit right there. So I'm keeping an eyeball on which direction these go. Put the big bead on, and then when I put the other hibiscus, well, I got to put the little crystal on first. And then the hibiscus bead, I want to make sure that that groove goes up against the little crystal bead. See how everything fits nicely together there? Those little beads go right in the grooves. All right, so now I need to wrap a loop on each side. Right here, I'm actually adding the other station into that loop before I actually wrap it up. Now, you could skip this step and just use jump rings, but like I said before, it's going to make your piece longer if you use jump rings. So now I am going to wrap the third station, which is just like the first one. Or I could leave it like that, and that would make a great little zipper pull. Now I'm digging through these coral little chips looking for beads that are more flat. I don't want them very puffy. I want them as flat as I can get them. We're almost done here. So I'm going to go ahead and start my loop. Add this. And you can do all the different stations and not put them together and then use jump rings to do that, or split rings. But it will be longer if you do that. I don't want this to be really long. So just keep that in mind. when you're designing. Okay, got that all done. Get all the chips down there. I want this to be a little bit bigger loop than the others. I'm going to be using a bobby pin to put it in my hair, so I want it to be a little on the larger side. Let's see. Trying to figure out how many times around I want to go. It'd be fun to make one of these for my dance group when I dance to put in my hair. Only thing is I don't know if it'd stay in. My hair is really slippery. It's very, very fine. It's not thin, it's just fine, like baby hair. And I have a hard time keeping things in it. But anyway, we are done here. Look at that. A beaded dreadlocks. Oh, I love how it turned out. All right, that is my contribution to the Be Creative monthly challenge that I host. And I hope you join us. If you do, tag me because I would like to see it. And just remember, you don't have to do anything with beads. You could paint, you could cook. Maybe have a recipe that's got these colors in it. What else could you do? You could show off, like if you have a collection, maybe a doll collection or some other type of collection, maybe you can show off something in your collection that are these colors. I mean, I could have even just shown you beads that I have in these colors. Just use your imagination. Don't forget to tag me. Y'all have a great day. This is Terry Jeanette with Be Creative, signing out for now. Bye-bye.